Hey, Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit, one half of the creative team behind DungeonSwag.com, and we are back with our building with steps on it, and it looks pretty sturdy. And we have a base coat of metallic black on it, and now I'm going to do a brush of silver on it. This is we've used this before. This is that brush dark gray brushed metal metallic finish. So what I'd like to do, look at that brush. It is the +5 brush of sparkles. What I'd like to do is finish this up quickly and try to stick videos 2 and 3 together, but I have got to go look for an editing software, so I might not do that. It's getting kind of late at night because I had to read stories and deal with small boys, you know. It would be cool to have like a purplish, light metallic purple highlight on here. I'm not an enormous fan of purple and I don't use it a lot, but I did one purple building and I like the way it really contrasts against everything else that I made. It looks, I don't know, it looks phenomenal to me. So we're just lightening this up right now. And trying to get something that looks, because I don't want it to just be like black metallic, because it almost looks like oil on black metallic. So I don't want it to just be that. I want it to stand out a little different, you know. I don't know why I'm doing bothering under these steps, because you're not going to see that part, hopefully. Oh, that one's loose. See that? We can fix that. I'll kick that hot glue gun on right now. Or we can just hit it with some super glue, I suppose. It's probably a better way to fix that. Alright, so what I'd like to do is I have some clear metallic somewhere here. Look for it. I thought I had some clear metallic. I could be wrong. Alright, that's fine. Let's see what the sterling silver looks like. That's light. Okay, that's what we'll do. We'll get that sterling silver and some of this blueberry frost light purple. Get a little of that silver in there too that we had, the gunmetal gray or whatever that was. Alright. Let's come back on this. I'm going to have to re-glue some of those. They're all feeling a little weak. We're just going to hit the edges. It's not super noticeable. That's a little disappointing. I guess it is. You can tell it's purple. Okay. Alright, something like that, and then we'll hit these little pieces here. There we go. We'll hit that door. Looks alright, man. Or maybe woman or children. Whoever's watching. Sorry, I think I'm really funny. Alright, so I would like to do something on that door there. Maybe a different color. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to try this purple out. See how that looks. It's pretty light though, so it might not be ideal. Yeah, it's pretty light. It would need another coat to look decent, I think. Well, I'm just not interested in putting another coat on it. Because we have to fix the problems. And I noticed we have another really big problem. We have no rivets on this. So when we get out the super glue to fix those couple steps that are acting up, we will put some rivets on this bad boy. Alright, let's see which ones are loose. Okay, that one's loose. So we're just going to use one of these little... There we go. That one's loose. Oh, that's going to hold nice. Okay. Alright, so those are the ones that are loose. And then let's sort out... Uh-oh. Am I out of stupid glue? Oh, I just broke a hole in it with my thumb. Holy crap. Give me a second. I got super glue everywhere. Alright, let's see if I got any more super glue over here. I need to go to the dollar store and get some super glue is what I need to do. Alright, I got some gel glue here. We're going to use that. I actually don't like the gel glue that much. That's why I always have so much of it, I think, because I get it thinking, oh, I'm going to need that, and then I never need it. Alright. So we're going to get we're going to get these, and I think we're just going to use these light blue ones. And I don't think I'm going to paint them. I think I'm just going to leave them this light blue color. And I don't know if that's going to look terrible. We'll see in a minute. I'll tell you what we're going to do when we get to it. I'll tell you what, I'll show you guys some HeroClix conversions too, since this video doesn't have a whole lot of meat and potatoes. I don't have any ambition to really do a bunch of videos on HeroClix conversions because Dave O'Gara over at Miniature Mashup, who is a longtime friend of mine, does that pretty well, and I don't want to step on his game because he is phenomenal at it. He really is. He's entertaining and funny, and I just don't want to be that guy. But I'll show you the ones I've worked on, even if I'm not going to show you how I did it. Whoops. If you guys have seen some of the stills I use for thumbnails on some of these videos, I take different miniatures that we've used in the campaign for different things, like NPCs or bad guys or even players, and I keep showing them as in the scenery I'm building, so you can kind of get an idea of how our game looks. We're having a lot of fun. Usually we only play on Saturdays, but since we've been playing this, we've had a couple times where people have asked for an extra day. Can we play for a while on Sunday and stuff? And I generally try not to do that because I want it to be like something that everybody's kind of looking forward to and no one ever misses. It's very lucky that I have a group that shows up every week, and very seldom does anybody ever miss. I know a lot of you have probably been in groups and been like, oh my gosh, so-and-so can't make it this week, blah, blah, blah. And I've been in those groups too. But for about 16 years or so here, I've had the same group. A couple swap outs of cast members here and there, but mostly the same group. Oh my gosh, there we go. We had pizza for dinner. That was pretty good. My beautiful wife made me some yummy pepperoni pizza. The easy Friday dinner. I think tomorrow for D&D we're probably going to have something like sandwiches or something. So chances are I'll have to wait a few days for tacos, which I would eat for dinner every day if I could. I'm an enormous fan of tacos. That is like my go-to meal. Tacos and bone-out ribeyes are my favorite things to eat. Bone-out ribeyes, depending on the cut and how marbled it is, can be just delightful as anything. Delightful as anything. That sounds really stupid. Alright, so I'm going to hit this with a clear coat. And I have this one lacquer that it seems to dry things really quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw a little bit of glue on the end of this stick. Like that. And I'm going to take this and stick it up inside there. And give it a second to harden. So now I have this on this stick. If you're wondering, that's kind of how I clear coat a lot of this stuff and prime a lot of this stuff. That's covered in spider webs now. Don't know how. Alright, and there it is. Ready to behold and go upstairs to get photos taken of it. I'll let it dry for 3 or 4 minutes. Well, that's already pretty much dry, that clear coat. That stuff's really good. I normally just use whatever I find, but that stuff's been amazing. Okay, so let's set this off to the side for a minute. And let's see. So I showed you guys a rat that I was working on, that I had just primed, and I did a base coat on him, on his clothing. But this is one of the actual Dungeon Swag minis that we sell. And then this was a hero click of some dude wearing a straight jacket, so I've made him into a bad guy for our space campaign, for our futuristic campaign. And he is just like a nutso dude, and he's going to have like 2 lightsabers that he controls with the force that fly around him. I'm going to make some minis of those. And this is just some, I don't know who he was either. Maybe it was like a Winter Soldier or something, but his face was all weird and gross and didn't look like a human face. So I went ahead and painted him like a kind of off skin tone and gave him some blue hair and a lightsaber. And then this is like a really bad Green Lantern that I have to put a wash on him yet, but I just made him into like one of my generic red shirts that's going to get aced. But he doesn't have a lot of definition and he's very cartoony. But it's so easy to turn Green Lantern into a red shirt for Star Trek. Now, our campaign is not a Star Trek campaign. It is a space-themed campaign. So it's heavily Star Wars, some Star Trek, and then a little bit of Babylon, a little bit of pretty much anything you could think of I've thrown in. And there's some Predator and Alien stuff. This is something that's in the works of being done. But there's a little bit of everything in it. And we've been having a lot of fun, and I hope you guys have a lot of fun watching these videos. I have fun making them. But this will be, I guess, episode 3, unless I decide to learn how to edit real quick. So everybody have a great evening. Stay safe. Enjoy yourselves. And craft with your garbage, please. Good night.